Coach.
How are you?
Good. How are you? What is that? Oh, my man. Friday night wins.
Friday night wins.
Gotta love them.
Yeah, I thought, we knew, North Florida, the way that they shoot the ball, the way that they run their offense was a little bit like Weber. And we knew after they had lost to Gonzaga, they'd been here, they were going to be fired up, and they did. We just couldn't make anything. It was early. We were ice cold, and just kept chipping away, trying to just keep motivating them and keep them positive. And Cole didn't have a great offensive game, but he had 11 rebounds, so he impacted the game in a big way. And sometimes you just find ways to win, and I was really proud of the guys because they found a way to win tonight.
Noah Williams, what can you tell us?
This is going to be one of those things, day to day, week to week,
Month
month. We don't know. It's still being observed.
And Keon?
Day to day.
And then just Corin Johnson. I think it looked like he was planning on maybe redshirting him.
Yeah, he was planning, and I think we're gonna try to play him a little bit. So he did a good job tonight. I thought defensively that he came in the game, and in the next he's going to see some significant minutes, I think, soon.
And so with the thing with Noah, is it a knee or is it ankle? What was that again? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Huh?
Leg.
Like.
Okay.
And so so it's going to be one of those things where it's still being evaluated. We felt like whatever, it could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, could be 4. So that's where we're at.
And with Keon also.
He's day to day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That leg too.
Yeah.
And with Jackson Grant, what was?
He's going to redshirt this year.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's redshirting. Yes.
Because of.
Just another year getting better. He'll be redshirt.
With Noah and Keon both out, at times the offense looked to really be looking for an answer and kind of
Sure.
spin around. How much did just losing Noah impact that?
You know what? It was, obviously both those guys are really good players. We got a really good team. We have depth. I think the biggest thing was, you've been working with the chemistry of these other guys, and these other guys now are playing significant minutes, so you could see the lack of chemistry. And then we missed a lot of easy shots. And I told the guys sometimes that happens in a game. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce the way that you want it to bounce, but you just got to be resilient. You just got to keep getting stops, and then you got to have great faith. And felt like in the second half we were able to get back to a tie game and kind of go back and forth, then get the lead. And I'm just really proud of them. We still obviously have to get a lot better. We made some bonehead mistakes that we can get better at, but for the most part, I was proud of them.
You started a freshman who came in and weighed 135 pounds.
Yeah.
Lightly recruited.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows who he is.
Sure.
And he's just,
We did.
and he's just fearless going down the lane.
He is, and he has the ability to really score, but he also has the ability that he can make others better, and that's what we were trying to get with these guys. And he did a really good job. Being a freshman, being put in that environment, showed a lot of character on his part, and I was proud of him. He made some mistakes here and there, but he played fearless.
He doesn't seem to get down on himself. He just seems like the same guy all the time.
That's what makes him really good. He's very consistent. He's got a neutral kind of attitude. He's just plays. And even when he was messing up, he puts a smile on his face. That's a heck of a trait to have.
Hey, I saw a tweet earlier this week. There was a few years ago, Jalen came in his first game. He scored 32 points.
Yeah.
Any similarities at all?
The similarities are both fearless. One probably weighed 185 pounds, and the other one was 135 pounds. But both fearless, and both have the ability to score. They don't need a lot. And they just know how to put that little round ball in that net. And they just have a gift.
Keon's got a little bit of that electricity thing going, but Frank Kepnon comes in. The first thing he does starts beating on his chest, and he's pounding on big guys. Have you ever had a big man with that much energy?
He always reminded me of Isaiah Stewart because Isaiah played with a passion, and the passion's real. And when you had him coming off the bench, and Langston didn't have a great game tonight, but he brings a great passion when he plays. He just has to execute a little bit better. But when you have that energy coming off the bench, it's just infectious. The block and the yell and the crowd, and there's the connection. And, we had a period where it was pretty special in there, and that gives you a lot of adrenaline when you got to get a stop.
Maybe help me understand a little bit. What are you getting from Braxton and Frank? And do you like Frank coming off the bench better? Does Braxton do some things differently?
Yeah, Braxton is, they're both, one's probably a better offensive player, one's probably a better defensive player, but in 40 minutes combined tonight, what did they have? We had 16 and 7, so they had 24 points and 15 rebounds combined. That's pretty darn good. And I think it can even be way better. As a coach, you're always pushing the envelope, your standard pushing. And I think they can do more, and they will do more, and they'll get better.
Do you like Frank coming off the bench better, or does it really matter?
It doesn't matter. We, Braxton, vice versa, doesn't matter. They both bring something different. Braxton started off the second half, got the dunk. He changes the game in a lot of ways, too. I said this multiple times. A lot of teams only have one of those guys. We have two. And they're pretty darn good.
Do you think you guys have to learn how to play differently without Keon in there?
It was. I mean, listen, two of our better post players, we would get, Keon the ball. And then it's also on the defense when you play zone. He's a 6'8", 6'9", athletic guy, and even in man he can shut guys down, and so you become smaller without him. Noah's a 6'5" guard who's physically is 205 pounds, who can guard a 5-man as he has to, and he's gritty and tough. But and when what we do, next guy up. We've got a really good team. We got to get a lot better. But with the type of people that we have on our roster, they're just going to keep getting better and improve.
With Noah out, who do you feel most comfortable playing point?
Well, PJ had it a lot tonight. PJ had 7 assists, 1 turnover. And he looked like he just needs to, when you play more man, you need more rest. It's a little bit different energy. So he's just got to keep taking care of his body, but I'm really proud of him tonight. I thought his leadership was huge. That he dove on a loose ball and got the assist. He did like a Pete Rose. No one knows who Pete Rose is anymore. Charlie Hustle, face dive, pulls it, gets it too. Come on. If you don't fall in love with that, I don't know, you don't love the game. That guy is, and 7 assists, 1 turnover. That's big time. He kept saying after last game when he had 6 turnovers, Coach, no more turnovers. That's a winner.
Do you think you guys can still play the 8-man, or will you have to expand?
Yeah, you know what? We got to get Langston's a really good player. He's just got to be more. He's got to be a little bit more dependable on the defensive end. He's still learning. He made a couple breakdowns today, but he just wants to do the right thing, and sometimes he just tries too hard, all in the good spirit, So we just got to keep, as coaches, we got to get him better and get him really confident. That's our job. And then Corin Johnson, I felt like he has the ability of Keon and PJ, and he'll relieve a lot of those maybe 38 minutes to 32 or 30 where, Corin can get up and he can get in the paint, and now it's all about decision making. But he has the ability, and he's a great on-ball defender.
Do you plan to do anything with Tyler? Will
He could. Yeah, we just got. Listen, it goes back to with those guys out. We had one practice to kind of, this is how we're going to do this, and then you got guys playing different positions. And when you're young and you're learning 2 positions, a little bit different. So we had to almost take the playbook and simplify, and then in a lot of ways simplify. And but like I said, we're going to get better, and we've got really good kids and really good talent.
Good teams always seem to have a guy who picks up the slack in different areas and does a little bit of dirty work. With Cole Basham playing 37 minutes. He only shot 1 of 6, but he had 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
How important was Cole out there tonight?
That's a guy who's, a lot of guys, they worry about their offense, and if it's not going right, it shuts down other areas of their game. it's a great example of, even if it's not going right offensively, you can do other things that impact games. And you're going to go back and look at that. You know, they used to have media guides back in the day, and you're going to go back, and you know how you go back to history and it says top scorers, top rebounders. It's going to say Cole Badgerman with 11. You're going to be like, no way, there's no possible way. But that's big time play. Like to be able to go out and get 11 rebounds, that's just big time.
Any concerns with the 3-point shooting?
You know what? In the second half, we only took 3. We felt like 2 in the second half.
No, you like took 3 and you made 2.
Yeah, but we were really we open ones. I felt like in the first half we were taking some rushed, forced 3 stuff that we haven't seen in practice. You know, sometimes that happens. We wanted to really control the paint, get in the paint, and when you get in the paint, that really usually opens it up for wide open 3s. So we were making some lob plays. We were, you know, dump offs. We got some offensive rebounds when you get soft off the glass. So we're just going to take the best shot for us first. They weren't leaving the shooters for the most part, and we were able to get in the lane.
My attempt to get you in trouble.
What?
Did you have one recruit sign his letter? Can you talk about one?
We can't.
Okay.
Not yet.
I thought you had one guy sign.
No, we will.
Okay.
We'll soon.
All right. I tried.
There's your teaser.
Here's your teaser.
Any last question?
Very good.
Thank you guys.
Friday night wins. Coach.
I love the. You know what I want to say? I loved the crowd tonight. I love the dog pack. Like when, you know, I was just really happy. Thank you for coming, dog pack. Thank you. Freaking go.